What is up, guys? Welcome back to Landon's Farms. We are back on starting with $0, a chainsaw, and a John Deere gator. Last video we sold the gator and upgraded to this John Deere tractor with a winch on the back. Found out that if we sell a tree as a whole without cutting it up, we get less money, but that's okay because the goal is to get enough ground cleared for farmland. Alright guys, so we're back at the property with the tractor and the winch. We gotta start clearing out all these trees. I want to cut as many trees as we can and drag as many as we can to the sawmill, so that way we take less trips and get land cleared more quickly. So let's just start cutting down some trees. Alright, so let's get our tractor and the winch and let's see if we can get them bundled up and hooked up to the winch. Then we'll just take the winch, hook it to this one, then this one, and finally to this one. Perfect. So we got all three trees chained up here. We'll see if the power of the John Deere will pull them out and get them to the sawmill. Alright, so we just got the three trees here. We'll just come up here and sell them real quick. And we only got $200 for those trees. Alright, so our next trees are going to be these three, that small one, this bigger one, and this one here. That's one. That's two. And that is three. So this time I actually think I'm going to try taking all the branches off and see what that has to do. Alright, so we got all the branches off of all the trees. Now we gotta see if we can bunch them all together again and drag them out of here. Alright, so we'll take the winch. We're gonna attach it to this middle one, probably around here. So we got all three of them chained together. Now let's drag them over to the sawmill again. Alright, so we detached the trees and the sell point. Now let's just go ahead and sell them. And we're back to making decent money for trees. So the solution to our problem is to just get rid of all the branches from the trees. It's not that hard. It'll be a lot easier and faster than using the gator. So I think we're just gonna keep doing this, guys. Time lapse out of it. And yes. Alright guys, so a little has happened since we last checked in. We keep selling all these trees. We've got a decently good area cleared out now. Our money went down a little bit because I upgraded this tractor for the extra power. It cost me 10 grand up front, so now same tractor and everything, we just have a little less money and a little more horsepower. We're getting about, I would say about $700 to $800 per time we haul trees in, which isn't very good, but it's gonna have to do for now. I think if we can just get enough to get some actual forestry equipment, then that'll save us so much more time. I'm hoping I can eventually get enough money for a down payment of one of those fancy tree cutters that cut it and then strip it of the branches and then cut it into lengths. But I don't know. We'll see what we can do here. There we go. That gave us some decent money for those 3 trees. That's a lot better. If we can just keep getting hauls like that, we'll be set pretty quick. My rough calculations is we need $20,000 for a down payment for a nice forestry tree cutter, and that's quite a bit of money. We're not even halfway there yet, and then we have to do that every month. So I'm hoping we can get some of it done, or we can get closer to it today. Alright, just pulling into the sawmill here. Just drop them off. Pull up here. And sell it. And we got another $2,500. So you guys know the process. We're going to keep going for a little bit. And just see if we can get some more money in. Alright guys, about an hour later of moving trees in and out with the winch, I finally was able to buy through finance this harvester and this trailer that we can pull behind the tractor. My plan is to cut them into 1 meter lengths and then send it through this trailer and into the sawmill. So hopefully it works. I know this looks a little goofy the way it's set up, but it's just gonna have to work for now. That's the best we can do. I think we're gonna actually start back up here at the very top of our property and work our way down. That way we can really start building the farm here. So we gotta see if I can remember how to work this. I want to change the cut length to as little as possible, which is 2.5 meter lengths. Alright guys, so we're just making it to the sawmill with our load. Part of me wants to see if we can just park the tractor right here and then walk up to sell it. We'll see if that works. And it did, and we got $7,000 from that. That is a lot more than we were getting and a lot quicker. So now we might actually have money to buy. Let's just check real fast. We're gonna want wood transport. I wonder if we can get this, if this will auto load. We're gonna keep this tipper trailer because it works. It doesn't work the best, but it works. So we're gonna keep it for now, so that way we don't have to rebuy it if this auto load trailer doesn't work. And then, yeah, we'll go up to the shop and grab the auto load trailer, cut some trees, and see if it works. Alright guys, so we got the green trailer, our new trailer here. and we're gonna just start cutting down some trees, and hopefully it works out. And just like that, we've got one tree cut up. That is so much faster than before. We'll just turn that off again, and we'll see if we can get this trailer to work. Alright, call me an idiot, but I can't get this trailer to work, so we're gonna sell it, and then most likely we're gonna have to get a trailer that can just pick them up with a crane. Alright guys, so I found an auto load trailer that should work just fine for what we want to do with it. Problem is, it only takes 6 meter cut logs, and technically doesn't qualify as logs after it gets loaded up. So we're gonna have to figure that out. But it should work great. It should help us clear a lot of land quickly, and yeah, just clear a lot of land, get us some money. Alright, so we're sitting pretty good right now, and yeah, we're just gonna keep on cutting logs and getting the land cleared. This is gonna take us quite a while. I think we're gonna finish loading the trailer most of the way, if not all of the way, then sell it, and we'll see how much we get. And we'll just shut it off right here, and then we'll get in this tractor, so load it up. Problem now is there's so many stumps around, we gotta figure out how to get around all of them. And just like that, you got all of them loaded up. We're not fully loaded yet, but we're close enough, so we'll take it to the sawmill and see if we can get them sold. Alright guys, we're pulling up to the sawmill. I have no idea what's going to happen if the sawmill will even take this, because technically it doesn't qualify as trees, I guess, is what you could say. Better, and we got $21,000 from that, so that's really good. That's awesome, actually. I cannot believe we get that much that quick. So now we're really going to be making money off of these trees, enough to get more equipment and bigger, better things, farmland and everything. So I think we're going to call it a video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.